my hair is so much of a mess, but you know what? I don't care. Neither should you, because the appearance doesn't define you. No, it's your actions. No, let's just do the video. How's it going, Broadway freaks? Welcome back to, I guess this is the Ben Applegate show now. I'm not really doing the same format, but welcome to my channel. Excuse the mess, I'm still reorganizing my room. I'm getting my setup all changed and a bunch of new stuff. Just bear with me for a few days on that. Also, thank you. I think we got 5 subscribers on the channel just from that last video. I appreciate it a lot. Up to 55. Can we make it 100? Can we get 100 subscribers on the channel? We're only 45 away. Go ahead and go down there. There's a little red button that says subscribe. Go ahead and click it and we'll get to 100. But right now, what I wanted to talk to you about was some very sad news. Sad indeed. The news that Broadway will most likely, though it hasn't been officially announced, most likely be closed till at least January 3rd of 2021. And this is, of course, because of what's been called the second wave of COVID cases, with us Americans kind of just deciding, nah, coronavirus, not real, because I don't want it to be real. Oh, that's so American. So obviously a lot of states started opening up, some cities, even in my state of California, some cities were being very lax with their regulations. So just with all that mentality, obviously, it looks like we're going to be having some more cases and some numbers rising. And because of that, instead of September 4th, which was the original date that Broadway was not necessarily going to open, but that was the next deadline that they were going to be closed until, and there was some hope that maybe they'd kind of open up with some regulations around September 4th. But now that seems to be out the window, as some higher-ups and people with connections have confirmed that Broadway will most likely be closed till at least January 3rd. And the reason I keep looking to my right, in case you're wondering, is because this is where my computer screen is. And I was going to have it in the frame, except that it made it so bright you wouldn't have been able to see my face, and I didn't want that. I know you probably would have, but I didn't. And reading this article from BroadwayNews.com, the Broadway League is expected to make an announcement about the new date this week. The league had previously announced a shutdown of all Broadway shows through September 4th, but had not said that shows would necessarily resume at that time. It also says in the article that the reason why the deadlines kept changing, because of course at first it was just going to be closed until like April, back in March when everything was closing. They said, okay, 30 days. And then it was extended to June, I think, June 7 I'm looking at right here. And then it was extended to September. The reason they've been doing that, by staggering the announced closure dates, first through April 13th, then June 7th, box offices and ticket sellers are better able to manage their cash flow. So I don't know all the details of that, but basically it just kind of helps with, just in case they open up, they don't want to just like announce maybe like a week before they open, okay, we're opening, and then people don't get the word, they don't buy tickets. So maybe they were just kind of hoping people would buy tickets just in case it opens, and then you can always get a refund if it closes. So that's kind of what they were trying to do, I assume. So yes, this is just one of many areas in which the country is changing their policy, kind of veering off of Broadway topic, but just, for example, in California, Disneyland and other amusement parks were set to open like July 17th. You know, there was all these ideas that we're going to start opening up movie theaters and all this, and among those were amusement parks. And that has changed. I'm reading an article from USA Today saying, not so fast, Mickey, Disneyland delays reopening of California theme parks, hotels past July 17th. And they don't have an official date of when they might reopen. They just said it's going to be closed until further notice. You know, I agree with this move. I think it's a good idea. I have a family member who happens to be in that age range where she's susceptible to coronavirus. She has a friend who's also in that age range, and she passed away from coronavirus. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Do you agree with Broadway doing the staggering, what they call the staggering deadlines, where they just make a fake deadline and then they just keep moving it? Or do you think they should just say, no, you're closed until further notice, and we're not going to have any tickets available to be bought. They'll go on sale once we know when we're going to reopen. Would you rather do that, or do you like their idea of staggering the deadline? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Leave them down in those comments. But with that said, thank you for watching the video. And as always, even when it's closed, keep loving Broadway. And I'll see you guys later. Actually, not guys. See you Broadway freaks later.